Hey everyone, welcome to the demo scene for the Tonight Metal Knight, some sort of knight. It's a metal character, there's no body underneath. It's got those hollow eyes, comes with a shield and a sword. Let's check out some lighting scenarios so you can kind of see what this character would look like in different lighting. Spotlight from above. We'll keep the daytime lighting there. Whoops. Alright, so we got a few things to show. I'm going to start with some texture sets. So there's a bunch of metal that comes with. Now, as with all my packages, you can get the Substance Painter source files from my site once you purchase it, and you can make your own textures in Substance Painter. However, I do provide these ready-to-use textures directly in the package. The ones on the left here are all metal. The entire texture is metal. The ones on the right, however, have some leather bits. And this is more of a preference for you. There's, obviously this character being all metal, we can't animate him where he doesn't stretch in some places. And so the leather version provides a way for him to stretch in a more realistic fashion. The metal versions work just fine. Depending on your game, depending on your project, it might work just fine. You might want that because you can't even see the stretches, but if you're going really close, some of the animations do stretch a little bit on the skirt here, and of course these joints underneath are going to stretch as well. We also have different shields here, 6 that are by default, and again, the Substance Painter file has all of these in it, and you can customize them however you see fit, or create your own version. And we also have some swords, so let me go over here to the sword. We have some different swords here as well, so you can kind of take your pick and choose which one works best for your project. Then we have some body options. Whoops. There's some body options here with we can turn off these little bits. So you can turn off the head, you can turn off the body if you really want to. I don't see why you would. You see the smoke right there starts in the middle of the body. Turn off the pauldrons, turn off the skirt. So the skirt copy, that's you can turn off the waist here. The skirt copy, I'm going to pause it and show you that. Skirt copy I turn off because without it on in certain lighting conditions, it can look a little funny. Right here, you see the Z fighting because there are actually 2 skirts. The reason we have the 2 skirts available is for when the blend shapes happen, and you can see them interacting like this, where you get double up. So they're there as an option. They should be turned off if you're not going to use one of these blend shapes. And just as a since we're talking about blend shapes, let's bring up that blend shape manager script. It's gonna be in the skirt right here. If you do skirt count, oops, I should probably unpause it. If you do skirt count, you can see it right there, what that's doing. So when you've got it on 0, you do not want both skirts to show. If you bring it up, then you want more. So I might just default this to, just right here or something. A little bit more. Maybe right there. Just to minimize that. So there you are. And now let me go back to the right lighting, the daytime lighting. So you got a lot there. Now we saw the blend shapes. You can, there's a lot of blend shapes you can do. All those sliders will do lots of different things. So we got a lot of blend shapes. Each one's individually manageable. You can control each one individually. Show them from the rotation on, because he's got some fatness and other things too. You can see what it looks like all around. It is one of those things you can easily just call this function and randomize it at runtime, so that every single enemy you have in your game is different. You can program it as well, whatever you'd like there. And you might notice this little body smoke in the back. You can always, of course, turn that particle off if you'd like. And then we have this head fire, which is used when he has no head on. So if you want to make him the headless knight or something, you can do that. And it's really cool with another feature I've had. This is just part of the animations and part of the demo scene, and the demo character, but the got hit animation has a special call on it, so you can pop his head off and start that So that would be like a, you know, partway through getting his head popped off. So that's cool. So let's talk about the animations. We got our walk animation here. We got our back animation and our idle animation in the middle. We have 3 attacks here. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. The sword is very long. He's got a very long sword, so I'm going to zoom out so we can kind of see that a little bit more. It's a swing, a stab right in the front. More powerful attack down. He's got a quick block right there. He's got his got hit, this in case the head does not pop off. He has a taunt, which is sort of more of a salute. Since he's got no face suit animations. He's got a couple casts too. This one is just a sort of a power up. Oh, I need to move that. It's supposed to be above the sword, but I need to move that. And a cast too. This is a magical swing of his sword where it goes all the way around. If we come up, you can see it from a different vantage point. His sword just kind of swings around and attacks everything around him. Just a little fun little spell there. His idle break is actually a loop in the middle. So he sticks his sword in the ground and just stands there, sort of like he's waiting for someone. Then his stop, he comes and pulls it out of the ground. Okay, and then we got his hit off with the head off, and the particle star at the same time, and then his death, where he comes down. And of course, you could probably add the head popping to the death as well and turning off the smoke and all that. So. A lot you can do with this character, with all the different textures. Oh, there it is, in the right spot there. Let me know what you think. Have a great day.